You go and see if Sky's ready for kindy, mate. As soon as I fix the mower, I'll give you both a lift.
Rightio. Did you get it?
Nah, rotten kid. Virtually slammed the door in our faces. He knows this dam's valuable. He's not going to give it up without a fight.
Oh.
Look, I don't know how, but I'll get it back. By hook or by crook, I promise, Mel.
Thanks, Joe. Well, I'd better get to work.
Oh, hi.
Perfect timing. Is Chrissy ready?
No, she's got a doctor's appointment, so she's not going to be coming with us.
Oh, want me to try?
Ah, yeah, sure. Come on, let's go.
Oh, yuck! What is that awful smell?
I haven't got a clue. Seems to be coming from somewhere here.
What is it?
Prawn shells.
Yuck!
When I find out who's behind this... Hey, Paul, top car, mate. There'll be hell to pay.
Be rotten to Joe Mangle Day, is it?
Hey, Dad, there's someone here to see you.
Oh, that's all I need. What do you want?
I'd better, keep my eye on Sky.
Don't be aggro, Mr. Mangle. I came to talk about the stamp.
What about it?
Well, Toby's me mate, and I don't really want to see him get into trouble. I've been feeling sort of guilty since you came over this morning.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'd feel like a rat if I kept it now, even though it was a fair swap and me and Toby shook hands and everything.
Oh, well, that's really decent of you, mate. Maybe you're not such a bad little bloke after all.
Thanks, Mr. Mangle. I reckon you're okay too. Just what I've come to think, you can have the stamp back for $50. Take it or leave it.
$50.
So, did the doctor say that everything was okay with the pregnancy?
Yes, everything is normal. What's this?
Oh, it's a new hotel logo. Do you like it?
I'm not sure. I'll get used to it in time, but it's a big change.
Yeah. And it's not just the logo either. It seems like they want to change everything around here. I suppose I shouldn't complain. I'm lucky I've still got a job. So, did you manage to get the smell out of the car?
No. Tried everything. I've tried upholstery shampoo, deodorizer, you name it. The damn thing smells more like a fishing trawler than a car at the moment. Why would somebody do that to me, eh?
Maybe it was one of the staff that got sacked. No offence, boss, but you're not exactly the most popular person around here at the moment.
I think it was one of the Neighbours kids playing a joke.
No, I got a pretty fair idea who it was. It was Glenn, wasn't it? He's always had a chip on his shoulder. And it's pretty sus that he just happened to be driving past and making cracks when we found the prawns this morning, eh?
No, Paul, it wouldn't be Glenn.
I don't think so either. Why would he?
It's obvious, isn't it, darling? I am a success. People get jealous of that. They don't want me to have money. They don't want me to have nice cars because they don't. It's called the tall poppy syndrome. If they think they can cut me down to size, they've got another thing coming.
Shouldn't you be at school?
Oh, I wanted to see you. It was only a study period, Mrs. Burke.
And because you're bright, you think you can just skip study period, do you?
Yes. So how are you feeling?
I'm all right. Who told you I was here?
Mrs. D. I knew something was wrong, though, because I dropped over to see you a couple of times. The house was locked up like a fortress, newspapers piling up on the ground.
Quite the Sherlock Holmes, aren't we?
Oh, look who's talking. You know we haven't got away with one thing at school since you've been head?
Good.
So are you going to be all right?
I think so. Worst of it's over. And Erinsborough Hospital's a fine one. I've had very good nursing. Mind you, the food would kill a brown dog. I hope you've settled back into the Robinsons without any problems.
Yes. Yeah, I'm getting along with everyone very well at the moment.
Especially Lucy.
Oh, look, I don't think you understand her, Mrs. Burke. She's a fantastic girl.
With any luck, you'll be a good influence on her.
Well, here was I thinking you'd be desperate for visitors by now.
Jim, goodness, this is all a bit much. I told Helen I didn't want any fuss.
Oh, you'd rather sit here all on your own feeling sorry for yourself, would you?
I don't especially.
Then why didn't you say something? You know you can rely on me and Helen for a bit of support.
And me.
And the rest of Ramsay Street if it comes to that.
I guess I wasn't sure I could.
Well, now you know.
Yes, now I know. Thank you.
A really nice bunch of guys. Good engineers, too.
Would anyone else like another drink? I feel like I'm still at work.
Not for me, thanks.
I have another wine.
Lucy, you've already had one glass. Don't you think that's your quota, eh?
That's true. Sorry, Liz.
Oh, well, it's a tough world, eh, Liz? Paul obviously thinks he's still at work as well, looking out for underage drinkers.
Come and get it.
Right.
It smells wonderful.
Sit wherever you like. Jim, will you carve the lamb, please?
Sure. Better make sure we keep some for Todd.
Where is he?
Oh, he's getting some maths coaching. He still hasn't caught up on all the work he missed last year, and Dorothy's threatening to make him repeat.
Typical Burke, old slave driver.
She's all right. She's trying to help him, that's all.
Since when did you become the president of the Burke fan club?
Lucy, pass me the mint sauce, please.
So tell me about this fantastic new car of yours, Paul. You gonna let me take it for a spin sometime?
I don't think you'd be too keen to get in it at the moment, Dad. It's a bit smelly. Somebody thought it'd be very clever to stick a bag of rotting prawn shells in there.
You're kidding.
Can't say I thought it was very funny, Glenn.
What a dreadful smell.
Don't you think you're overreacting a bit?
No, I do not. It happens to be a very expensive car. I don't suppose you'd have any idea who the culprit was, would you?
Of course not. How would I know?
Evening all.
Hey, Dad, this is for you.
What is it?
Oh, it's a note from school.
Anything important?
Yeah, it's a parent talent night or something like that to raise money. You'll go on it, won't you?
Yeah, I'll have a look at it later.
Hi, Joe. Toby told me all about the $50 you paid Ben. Now, don't worry about it. As soon as I cash in the stamp, I'll give you the money back.
Yes, I took it to the dealer on the way to work. Had it valued.
Oh, yeah? How much money is it worth?
About $45.
But that's even less than you paid Ben.
Yes.
Oh, no. How disappointing after all that.
Hey, Dad, you're going to get your money back, aren't you? Well, almost. And at least I've still got my Frisbee. Sorry.
That was delicious.
It sure was.
So, why don't you lot go into the living room and I'll make some coffee.
Hang on, you've done enough already. Why don't you go and rest your ankle and Paul and I'll do the dishes?
Oh, sounds good to me.
Great work, Dad. Thanks for volunteering me.
Well, I wanted to have a talk to you, actually.
Oh, what about?
My will, as a matter of fact. I saw a friend of mine in hospital that got me thinking. But I have been meaning to talk to you about it for some time.
Go ahead.
I don't know if you realise it, but I'm very proud of that stubborn streak of yours and the success you've had in business.
Thanks.
I just wish that I'd been able to give the same sort of opportunities to Glenn. A good education, family life, that sort of thing. I owe him nearly 20 years, you know.
What are you trying to say, Dad?
What I'm trying to say is that anything that I leave you is just going to be icing on the cake. You've got everything. Glenn has nothing. So I'm hoping that you'll understand why I've changed my will.
Wait a minute. Are you trying to say that what was my share you're going to give to Glenn instead? Dad, that's not fair. You're cutting me out.
Well, not exactly. I'm just going to reduce what
No,
you
Dad,
get.
it is not my fault that Glenn hasn't made anything of his life. What you're doing is penalising me for working hard and being successful.
Paul, you don't understand.
Oh, I understand, all right. I understand perfectly, and I think it stinks.
Paul, hold it.
Come on, Chrissy, we're going.
We haven't had our coffee.
Come now, would you? Come on.
Paul, what's wrong?
Oh, we must have found out who was behind the prawns.
Hey, I'd tread very carefully if I were you, Buster.
Come on, Paul. If I'd known how strongly...
No, Dad. I don't want anything from you ever again. In fact, you keep out of my life and I'll keep out of yours.